Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Tonight we're going to get into some of our Mopars. But before we do that, jump on over to nobodysplaybook.com and check out what we've got going on over there. Now, let's look at some Mopars. Hey everybody, I'm Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. We deal in classic and special interest cars and parts. We have over 1,100 classic cars in our salvage yard, and that's what we do and that's what we love. Thanks for coming by Nobody's Show. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. If you're new, we're glad to have you here. And this is going to be the show for gearheads. We're going to talk about hot rods, muscle cars, customs, classics, trucks, cab overs. We may even get into some of the newer stuff into the 70s and 80s. We're also going to talk about gas pumps, signs, oil cans, toys, all types of automotive memorabilia. Because here at Nobody's Show, this is your show. We're going to be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 o'clock. Don't miss it. Now let's get into tonight's episode. Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. We've had a lot of people asking to start to see some of our Mopar stuff, so we're going to start walking you through the first couple rows of the Mopars today. Up first, 1970 Dodge Challenger. This is a 318 body. Structurally, it's a pretty good car. It's got the left frame rail is bent on it, but other than that, this is still definitely a buildable body. Got this car in stock. We've also got a pretty much complete U-Code 1970 Challenger in stock in one of our storage buildings also. That's going to make somebody a great project car. So next to the Challenger, we've got a 70 Charger, just a body. Structurally, this car is really good. It's far from complete, but underneath, the floors and rails and everything in this car are pretty good. This is a factory 383 HP car, so it was a big block car, but it's going to need a ton of work. But if somebody wanted to build a Pro Street type car, it is a good body with tags and titles. So next to the Charger, we've got a little 70 Duster. This car is once again far from complete, but these early style Dusters are tough to find. Don't come across them very often. So we brought this one in and put her in the row. So there's still some pieces there that somebody's going to need for these early Dusters. Come on around the back of our Duster, we've got a 68 Coronet. Once again, we've sold a lot of pieces off this car. It is a two-door hardtop though, and there's still definitely some good salvageable pieces there. Structurally, the car's pretty solid, so there's still some good metal there, and lots of little knick-knack pieces, some of the Coronet only type trim and things like that on this car. So lots of hard to find stuff there if you're doing specifically a Coronet. Next to the Coronet, we've got a 65 Chrysler Convertible. This car's pretty much intact, but it's a convertible. It's been sitting outside for years, so it's fairly weathered. However, lots of good pieces, lots of good trim, and lots of good convertible parts for you guys doing a full-size Chrysler convertible. Next to our convertible, we've got a 68 Chrysler. Just an old four-door, but a pretty clean, solid car with a lot of good sheet metal on it and a lot of good trim. So there again, it's a big car, but on the other hand, there's still guys out there that have big cars, and this stuff's sometimes harder to find than some of the muscle car stuff because they don't reproduce any of this stuff. And this car is nice and clean with a lot of good trim on it. So to wrap up this row and wrap up this segment of our Mopars, we've got a really unique Mopar. And this car, once again, we've parted fairly heavily. It's a 1954 Plymouth two-door station wagon. Definitely something you don't see every day. They're cool cars, they're cool looking cars. This car was fairly rough when it came in, so we went ahead and just pieced it out as opposed to selling it for a project, but still has some really cool parts there, some hard to find wagon stuff, lift gate, tailgate type stuff. So these old two-door wagons are really unique and really cool, and definitely not something you see every day. So that's going to get us started in some of our Mopars. Still got several rows to go. I think we've got somewhere between 11 and 1,200 cars at this point out here. They've been coming in like crazy these last couple of weeks. So lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about. When we get into these groups of cars, we're going to just try to start working through the first few rows. We don't want to drag it out forever, so we're going to hit a few rows here, hit a few rows there, bounce and forth between different vehicles, so you guys can see what we've got, see something you're interested in, give me a call. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Trying to post messages on Facebook and stuff I don't always get. My posts get shared around to other pages, people comment on other pages. call me. The number's on this page, the number's on the Nobody Else's Auto page, and just tell me what you're trying to accomplish, and we can talk about it, see if I can help you out. Thanks for watching, everybody.